Hi, welcome back. In this lecture, we will finish styling about section. I'll get back to the code editor. Okay, in last lecture, we applied style to these boxes, and now in this lecture, we will go ahead and we will apply some more CSS to these boxes. In this particular lecture, we are going to apply CSS for hover state of these boxes, because I want to have some nice effect for these boxes when user mouse hover on them. Let us do it. I'll write comment for hover state. Okay, on mouse hover, I want to change the background color for these boxes. I'm going to select about item div with its class name like this way. Now you can see that all these boxes are highlighted. Okay, I'm going to apply hover effect on these boxes, and I just need to add CSS hover selector like this way. And on mouse hover, I want to change the background color from white to moon yellow color. So I'm going to add background color property, and its value is moon yellow color, and the hexa value for moon yellow color is F4C613. And now you can see when I mouse hover on these boxes, the background color gets changed from white to moon yellow color. Perfect. If you notice on mouse hover, the background color is changing very rapidly and it is not smooth. We can make it smooth, or you can say we can make it slow by adding CSS transition property. I'm going to add comment for smooth transition. Now I'm going to select about item div again. And I want all the transitions on this div to be smooth, and for that I'm going to use CSS transition property. I'm going to consider all transitions. If you want, you can set it to only background property. Okay, after this I'm going to set the duration of transition. The duration of this transition should be 400 milliseconds. This means the background change will take 400 milliseconds to change from white to moon yellow. And final thing we need to set is animation type, and the animation type is -in-out. Now we have nice mouse hover effect and it is changing background color smoothly. Perfect. As you already know, CSS transition allows you to change property values smoothly. I mean, it smoothly changes the value from one to another over a given duration. So this is going to make this background change smoothly over the duration of 400 milliseconds. And this animation value specifies that this transition effect will start and end slowly. Now we have nice background transition effect on mouse hover. Let me make sure for vendor prefix for this transition property. I'll select this transition property, I'll go to edit, and I'm going to select auto prefix. And it just added browser vendor prefix for this transition property. Perfect. Now let us change the color of icon, heading, line and paragraph on mouse hover. And it is going to be very simple. First, I'm going to select about item div. And on hover, I want to change the color of icons. So by this way we can target icons on mouse hover of about item div. So I want to change the color of these icons from gray to white. Now we have white color icons on mouse hover of these boxes. Basically, we target the hover state of these boxes and then we change the color of these icons. Like this way, we are targeting the hover state of about item and then we change the color of I element. I also want to change the color of these headings and paragraph. So I can include it very easily to this CSS selector like this way. So I want to change the color of heading on hover state of about item And I also want to change the color of paragraph on hover state of about item. And now you can see that we have white color icon, heading and paragraph on mouse over of this box. Perfect. Let us change the color of this line. For these lines, I have to set the background color property on mouse over of about item div. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the CSS selector and I'm going to select the horizontal rule, and then I'm going to change the background color. Right now it is moon yellow color, and on mouse over I want it to be white. And now we have white color lines for these boxes on mouse over. Perfect. Next, I want the hover effect for these icons and for these lines to be smooth. So now what I'm going to do, I just need to add an icon and HR elements to this smooth transition. I have about -item div. Inside this I have icon element. So by this way all these icons will take this smooth transition effect. And I also need to include the horizontal rules. I have about -item div. Inside this I have horizontal rule element. And now you can see that we have smooth transition for icons and for these lines. I mean, the color for these icons and for these lines are getting changed very smoothly on mouse over. Perfect. Now I am going to apply a very important style, which is especially for these icons. And the style is, I want to change the vertical position of these icons on mouse over, and it is very easy. I'm going to select about -item div, and on hover I want to change the vertical position of all these icons. So I'll write I. And to change the position we use CSS transform property. We have been using CSS transform property before for home section and for vertical heading, and by now you are very well aware of this property, right? Okay, I want to change the position for these icons vertically. So now what I'm going to do, I'll use the translate option, translate Y option, and I'll set some Y axis value. For now let me set 30 pixels, and let us see this in action. And now you can see that when I mouse over on these boxes, the icons are going down. I want these icons to move up, so therefore I have to use negative value. Now icons are going up on hover effect. Perfect. Let me decrease the Y-axis value. Let me decrease it little bit more. I'll set it with -20 pixels. Perfect. And now you can see that on mouse over of these boxes, the icons are moving up. And all the transition for these boxes are smooth. Perfect. Okay, we are done with about section. Okay, now I'm going to beautify my code inside style.css. I'm going to select all of my CSS code and I'll right click and I'll select beautify, and it just format my CSS code inside style.css. And now we have well formatted code inside style.css. Okay, I'll also beautify my code inside script.js file. And I'll also beautify my code inside index.html file. Okay, we are done with about section. Let me write the ending comment for about section. I'll go ahead and I'll save my project files. Okay, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in next class. Thanks.